Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, on today's video we're going to learn how to cut this beautiful kimono puff balloon sleeve top. I don't know, kimono puff sleeve puff balloon sleeve top. Okay, kimono puff balloon sleeve top. So guys, let's get right into the tutorial. So first of all, you're going to cut the pieces that you're going to be using. You're going to cut them. So I used the width of 35 inches, and then you're going to cut them into two different pieces, 35 inches, and then the one for the back you're going to add zipper allowance of 1.5 or 1 inch. Then the length you're going to just add 2 inches or 2.5 inches to your underbust measurement and go ahead and get the length of the upper part. So you see the width is 35 and the length will be the underbust is 15, so the length I used was 18. I used 18 for the length. Sorry, the underbust is 15.5, so I used 18 for the length. So after that, you're going to go ahead and get your neck. So for the neck, I use 3.5 inches for the width, and I placed for both the front and the back. So first of all, I'm going to draft out the back neck, so which I use 1.5 inch for the depth and went ahead to create my neck curve, after which you go ahead and cut that out. Remember, I have the front and the back piece folded here. I'm cutting both of the pieces at the same time. I'm cutting both the front and the back at the same time. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant, and I'm going to go ahead and slant the shoulder. So you go ahead and slant the shoulder. So after slanting the shoulder, I'm going to go ahead and get a sleeve round. I'm going to go ahead and get a sleeve round. So you're going to measure your round sleeve for your elbow, because that is where the sleeve is going to reach. So for this person, is 14 inches, but I added extra 1.5 inches, and I'm going to come in by 1 inch, and I'm going to curve it all the way down. So for the sleeve length, we have 14 inches divided by 2, that's 7, plus 1.5. I had 8.5 inches, and then I curved it down by 1 inch, and that is it for the sleeve. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. So you cut out that part that has a sleeve curve, and then you cut out your slanted shoulder, and then you cut out your neck. So after cutting this out, you are going to go ahead and create the neck for the front piece. So this time around, you're going to pick out the front piece and create the neck and cut out, then slit open the back piece. So after that, I'm going to cut the band that will be at the waist. So there's supposed to be a band on the waist. So I edges of 4.5 inches unfold. That means if you open it up, it's 9 inches. So 4.5 inches unfold. Sorry, 5.5 inches. That's what I used. 5.5 inches unfold, and you're going to divide your waist measurements by 4. So here I'm cutting for just the front piece. So if you're cutting all round, so you're going to divide the waist measurement by 2. But because I'm cutting for just the front piece, I divided by 4, and it is unfold. So I'll go ahead and cut out. So this is the front, this is the waist for the front. So I'm also going to go ahead and cut for the back. So for the back, I will also fold again and place the one I already cut out and add my zipper allowance. So mind you, I did it this way because my fabric was already in pieces. If my fabric was still whole, I would have cut it all round. Like I wouldn't have cut for the front differently, for the back differently. So this is what we have. So plus your zipper allowance. So that is it for the back, and this is the front. So let's get right into sewing. So you're going to turn the neck with a bias tape. So this is the neck of the front piece. So I'm going to go ahead and turn with a bias tape. Please, if this is your first time coming across my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. Please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new post. You can also go back and check my previous posts. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts, your questions, your criticisms in the comment section. And don't forget to share this video to your loved ones that you feel might need it. So this is me still turning neck the neck of the top with my bias tape. So I'm also going to go ahead and turn the neck of the back pieces, the two back pieces. I'm going to go ahead and turn their neck with a bias tape. So you're going to go ahead and join the shoulder. After joining the shoulder, you go ahead and fold the sleeve. You go ahead and fold the sleeve. I folded with a tiny folding. Go ahead and fold the sleeve for both sides, and after folding the sleeve, you're going to go ahead and close the side. Can you see? Go ahead and close the side. So after closing the sides, I left a little bit of allowance. So you are going to go ahead and gather. You are going to gather the down part. Can you see? I've already gathered it. So I'm going to go ahead and gather, and after making your gather, you're going to go ahead and sew your band. So this is the band, and I made it in such a way that I'm just going to sew the band and then weave. But if you want to turn your band, your gather into your band, you can also do it that way. So you're going to go ahead and sew your band. Go ahead and sew your band. Go ahead and sew your band. So remember, I my band was cut in pieces. Like the front piece was cut differently, the back piece was cut differently. So if you want to sew your band all the way around, you can still do that. So I had to cut my band in pieces because of the quantity of fabric I had left after cutting the main, top. So if you cut your band in, one hole, you are just going to go ahead and sew your band round. So now I'm done sewing the band for the back sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead and sew for the front. Sorry, it's not sleeve, sorry, for the back. So I'm going to go ahead and sew for the front. So go ahead and sew. And after sewing your band, this is what you are going to have. So you're going to go ahead and close all the way down. Now mind you, if you cut your band to be sewn all the way around, this will not be necessary anymore because you have already sewn your band all the way around. So whichever way what works for you is very much okay. So go ahead and sew your band all the way down, and after that, make sure you sew that for the two sides. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like after sewing your band. Can you see? Can you see? This is what it looks like. So after that, you're going to go ahead and sew the elastic for the sleeve. So you're going to get your 1/2 inch elastic, and you are going to place it on that line that you already sewn, when you are joining the shoulder. So you're going to go ahead and place it on that shoulder line that you already sewn, and you're going to go ahead and sew. So while sewing on the elastic, you're going to make sure you are dragging your elastic. So you're dragging your elastic so that it's going to give it that rushed look. It's going to gather at the shoulder part. So that is why you're dragging your elastic. Please make sure you drag your elastic. You're going to do this for the other sleeve. That's the second sleeve. You're going to do that for the other sleeve, and after that you're going to go ahead and sew in your zipper, and your top is ready. Can you see this top, guys? This is very beautiful. Can you see the sleeve? This is very beautiful. Thank you very much for sticking to the end of this channel. I am sure that by now you have subscribed to this channel. Please also give me a thumbs up on this video.
Next video,
Drop your comments
bye.
and your
Please don't
thoughts
forget to
via
drop
the comment section,
your
and don't
comments
forget to
via the
share
comment
this video
section and give
to
me a
your
thumbs up
friends
on
and
this
your
video.
family that you think might
Bye.
need it. See you on my next video, guys. Bye.